The Anza-Borrego Desert is one of the last true vestiges of wild, undeveloped, original Southern California wilderness. The last human residents of much of this pristine and vast landscape were the Cahuilla and Kumeyaay Native Americans, who lived and roamed in these sacred canyons up until the late 1800s, and whose cultural history in the region dates back some 5,000 years. Even earlier, Anza-Borrego's plains were roamed by herds of mammoths and giant camels, which became extinct some 10,000 years ago. The surrounding landscape has remained virtually unchanged, however, and still bears this ancient sense of timelessness and a vastness of grand, prehistoric proportions. There is wisdom and magic here, powerful beyond words, and far transcendent of human consciousness, that is quite accessible. We can tap into this reservoir of universal truth and spirit if we unplug ourselves from the demands of our daily lives long enough to listen, feel, and experience it. I chose to spend my 40th birthday out here to reconnect with this spirit and energy, and to remember myself as a small, yet unique and integral part of this ancient world of which we are a part. Finding and connecting with the small herd of the Bighorn Sheep during my journey was quite miraculous, as these beautiful animals are highly elusive, and when they are encountered, the exchanges are usually very brief. These particular bighorns are endangered. Only some 400 remain in the U.S., as opposed to some 1.5 million in the early 1800s. The peninsular Bighorn Sheep, or Borregos, embody the ancient wisdom and mysterious spirit of this land. They appear at once strong and completely centered, totally aware, conscious, and highly present, and yet also so graceful, elegant, and almost delicate at times. They appear extremely focused, often gazing at faraway spots for extended periods, as if immersed in their own deep contemplations. They possess a stillness that mirrors the solidity and majesty of the surrounding mountains, which rise to heights of over 5,000 feet.